Yo, this episode left me with such a corny smile just on my face, and it got me, man. It got me. The end of the episode got me. Like, it ended on that cliffhanger with Mahiru being discovered by his Itsuki and his girlfriend or whatever on the balcony because Yuki, the snow, was falling for the first time. It was a white Christmas indeed. And she got discovered as being Amane's neighbor, and the ending just got me, and I was like, oh no, what are they going to do? And then the episode just ended, and I was like, ah man, they got me. They got me hardcore, and I was like, dang, it's not often that I get got. You know, it's more, for the most part, you know, I would say most anime, you know, you could tell a cliffhanger is coming, or you could tell the end of the episode's coming. And this was one of those episodes that I was so engaged and enthralled in the episode that I was not paying attention to kind of like the time that I was watching. I was just like, you know, giddy as I'm watching this dumbass episode, and it really got me, and it was just such a really good ending. So now I'm wondering, like, hey, okay, now, so there's a lot of problems here. I think the main problem is Amane has been talking up, quote unquote, his neighbor for so long. He's like, oh, my neighbor this, you know, it wasn't like this before, but he's like, oh, my neighbor this, my neighbor that, I got a doll for my neighbor. The Itsuki's girlfriend's like, oh, this place is so clean, it's like a girl's here all the time, it reeks of girl. You know, Amane's put together a little bit more. He looks a little bit healthier. He eating a little bit better. So all these pieces are gonna just like, they're just gonna all all the pieces of the puzzle are all just gonna they're just gonna all come together really quickly for his friends as soon as they saw freaking Mahiru's face. So, you know, the positive part to this is I think that we'll get to a place. It's not like Itsuki and his girlfriend, at least from what it seems, it doesn't seem like they have a ton of different friends and a ton of different friend groups. It seems like they're pretty much like their boyfriend, girlfriend together. They kind of like they're kind of like together, and then they have Amane, which is Itsuki's best friend, kind of there. And I'm sure Itsuki's girlfriend maybe has like another friend or two. But it doesn't seem like they have like this huge network of friends. It seems like they're pretty close knit. So the positive to this is Mahiru can also now gain 2 more friends. The negative behind it is the same confusion, which is good for Amane and Mahiru, but the same confusion that happened for Amane's mom this episode is gonna happen for his friends. They're gonna be like, yo, what is this about? You know what I mean? So they're gonna get found out. So I am ecstatic that this occurred so early on in the anime, because I'm really wondering what's gonna happen now. And there's so much that happened this episode, but like the other thing too is Mahiru and Amane already have plans for Christmas Day to go play some Nintendo Switch, you know, play together, blah 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 blah. So I think that's all really cool. But I think now Amane can come in, or I'm sorry, I think now Mahiru can come in and join Amane and his friends on Christmas Eve now. So I think that's going to be a positive. I think it's going to be a positive for her to gain 2 more friends who she can kind of be more real, more her with. You know what I mean? And for Itsuki and his girlfriend, I think that's going to be good for them because they're going to gain 1 more friend as well. You know, and now they'll know that, hey, Amane's being kind of like taken care of in a sense. So I think this is all net positive, but I think it's going to be kind of messy on how we get there. And I am in for the juice. I am in for the tea. I cannot wait. I'm just so excited by this. The rest of the episode I thought was just awesome. I thought it was just awesome. I love Amane's mom. Like, the one thing that was weird about it is she said me and Shuto are paying the rent. So I'm wondering if Amane's mom remarried. I'm wondering if dad's not in the picture. I'm wondering if dad died. I'm wondering if dad left. I'm wondering if Shuto just happens to be his dad and Amane's mom just refers to him that way. I don't know. But regardless, mom came for a visit. And the whole entire interaction, mom is very perceptive, right? As most of us are as parents. We could tell, you know, like your parents could do this too, but like in mine could do it with me. But they, you know, you get to a point where like your children like the back of your hand. You can tell when they're hiding, when they're mad, sad, angry, pissed, happy. You could tell when they're lying. You could tell when they're like being not like themselves. You know, like your children better than anybody else in the world. and it just comes because like you raised them, and they're usually like a little part of yourself. So they like you can tell like they're like a little bit a part of you, and then they're themselves too. So it's like you can just tell because you just spend so much time, you raise them, you know all their little ticks and quirks and everything. Like even if you think like your parent doesn't notice, like they absolutely notice. So I love that his mom was like super perceptive. She's like, yo, what's going on? Why this house so clean? Why you look so keep together? Why you look so healthy? Why you look so this? She's like, what are you hiding? Who's in your room? Like she broke our boy down to the fact that she discovered Mahiru. And I was like, oh, Mahiru was just there sleeping. It's so cute. And he tried to explain 9 Ways to Sunday on what their relationship was. And mom's just like, yeah. I'm happy to meet you, 𝐒𝐚𝐧𝐽𝐩𝐸. Happy to meet you, daughter-in-law. Let's get the digits. Mom got the digits too. I thought that was really cute. And I think that was just another bonding moment for 𝐼𝐼𝐼 and Mahiru after mom's left, right? Like, Mahiru got to open up a little bit more, and, you know, 𝐼𝐼𝐼 is doing a really good job about not inquisiting or pushing buttons or, like, inquiring too much about what Mahiru means about her parents. He can tell, at least I'm hoping, but it seems the way that it's being delivered to me and you is it seems like 𝐼𝐼𝐼's on the up and up. He understands that, hey, Mahiru's parents are a sore point for her. I'm not going to push the envelope in pressing that matter too much. I can tell it's a sore point for her. So he's doing a good job about managing that, because like even Mahiru, this episode was like, oh, you know, not even my parents call me my name. I haven't heard my name in a long time. So effing weird. But regardless, you know, so he's just like, Mahiru. And she's like, 𝐼𝐼𝐼. And I was like, that was a cool moment, you know, for him just to break down everything, and for him just to be like, okay, I'm not going to press the matter. I'm not going to ask too many questions, but what I will do is I will use your name now. He's like, Mahiru. And I was like, my boy. So he went in for that too. And, you know, also, you know, I'm going to jump back real quick with his mom's visit. Also, too, his mom's like, a girl wouldn't be here if she didn't like you. You wouldn't have one over if you didn't like her. And he's like, damn, I do like her. You know, so I liked how it's like this moments for them, you know, kind of building up, but like, yeah, you guys like each other, you know what I mean? Which is completely okay. And I think a lot of Mahiru's hesitancy, at least in the future, will definitely be her worrying about how her parents will react, what her parents will think. Even if they don't have a relationship, a close, even if they're just like, even if she's like an employee, like there's probably gonna be some concern there because they probably have certain plans for her. But I thought that was really cool. And then we had a really cool moment too later on where 𝐼𝐼𝐼 is like, yo, I need to learn how to cook for myself, you know, kind of thing, you know, because there's a chance that, you know, Mahiru won't be around forever. Like, what if it doesn't work out? What if something happens, you know, and you know, she has to go away? Whatever the case is, like, he'll be effed because he's so reliant on her at this point. So, you know, he tries to cook, he messes that up. She cooks for him, which is really cool. Then they make plans for Christmas. But that's really much the episode. But like, man, this episode was just like so good. Really, really enjoying it. Like I feel like I've dove into the deep end of this anime, and like I'm cool chilling over there, just floating away. Like this is really, really good, and I like this. How do you say? I don't want to say slow pace, but I like this gradual build up to. I'm hoping an inevitable. You know, it may not be, but I'm hoping this inevitable romance. That hopefully spurs, you know, maybe kind of towards the end of the season or of the anime. But, like, I'm liking this gradual, like, we're taking these little steps. We're taking these realistic little steps with them as they kind of build a strong, you know, get close, build a strong friendship, get closer to each other, you know, build, you know, kind of, like, struggle with your feelings. You know, do we like each other? Are we just dependent? You know, starting to say their names with each other. You know what I mean? Like these little things, like I like this gradual build up towards it, you know what I mean? As they kind of discover themselves. You have one who's awkward and maybe not real with his feelings. Another person who's closed off because of things that have occurred in her life, you know what I mean? Who appears one way but is really another way, and he's seeing the real side. So I like this gradualness to it. So it's been really good. But to avoid going for 10 minutes, I'm going to cut it off there and say thank you guys for joining me. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below, and I'll see you guys next Saturday for Angel Next Door Spoils Me, episode 4. All right, my friends. Deuces.